Hey, what's up, Internet? Anharis here with another exciting StarCraft 2 broadcast. With me today are two grand finalists from the LastPlayerStanding.com third SC2 Open. CrazyMoviN, the purple Zerg spawning on the right-hand side of the map, facing off against Check, playing under Checkprime. That's a weird name, man. I feel kind of wonky every time I say it. Checkprime. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But he is spawning over the left-hand side of the map here today on GSL Dual Site. And let me just say, Check, can he make a comeback? So far, the answer is definitely maybe. I mean, hey, he was already down 2 games, and he managed to pull off that phenomenal performance on Metalopolis that we just witnessed. And after having lost the first 2 matches, I'm sure that confidence was a little low for him. Tensions were definitely high over here for CrazyMoviN as well. He knew one more game, if he could just get that roach push to have the same effect as it did in Game 2, he could have ended this tournament right then and there. But no, Check popping out those mutas right in the nick of time. And just enough roaches to absorb damage, let those spine crawlers finish. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, what could happen today? Well, here on GSL Dual Site, I would say in a ZVZ, early expanding, very difficult thing to pull off. It's extremely risky. And we see here, Check is actually dropping a pool first. That went down at around 10 supply. Over here, we actually have a drone heading out for CrazyMoviN. Oh my god, is he going for an expansion? I think he is, folks. Oh man, this could... Oh, this is really, really hard to tell if it's going to work or not. I want to say that it probably won't because there's an Overlord coming over here, and it's going to be able to spot what's going on in this area, see the expansion. And Check, already making 8 Zerglings. He's going to be able to put early pressure on it. No problem. Now let's watch these Zerglings and see if they actually come into range of this Overlord right here. And they're going to be pretty close as they are just running the shortest distance possible. He does spot it. So what is his response up here? We see a spawning pool is going down and the expansion was canceled. This is pretty much just an automatic setback for CrazyMoviN as he did invest a lot of money into that hatchery. When he did, which was unfortunately had the side effect of causing his spawning pool to be very much delayed. And now with this attack coming in, I'm sure we'll have some good micro coming from both players. Oh, nice. Almost getting a good surround. He does actually pick off a couple Zerglings. One drone. No, this is actually really good good micro from CrazyMoviN. I like this a lot. I'm just watching this, man. I'm just like all tense right now. I was like, oh, is he going to be able to get one more surround? But he does manage to whittle it down to 4. From a total of 8, I believe, with 2 or 6 with 2 reinforcements. And the nice effect this is have for Check is that it is actually delaying a lot of mining time. So you see how all these drones just keep on going. Crazy is smart, though. He does have a few. He does have a few drones that are kind of not really in that whole shindig. But now we're going to see the back and forth here for the Zerglings as Crazy decides to press out with 6 of them. Check only having 4, facing the insurmountable odds to build up. I wonder how epic we can actually build up like 4 Zerglings versus 6 Zerglings. Pick out some, if it wasn't like thoroughly illegal for me to start slapping themes from videos and movies into this, I totally would. But you know what? We've got pretty amazing music with StarCraft 2, so we'll just continue on with that. Queen's coming in here doing the thing, dropping the creep tumor. Actually, this is a very, very smart move, as Check will have to worry about possible counterattacks, and having this creep tumor here will allow the Queens to get to this ramp and defend very quickly. And we see Crazy continuing to scout like the total boss Zerg that he is, but Check is his own boss, own level of bossiness, and he's going to be dropping his expansion. So overall, I think that Check is just in a great spot right now. Having denied that expansion when he did, with that early pressure, the late pool coming over here from CrazyMoviN, you see he is opting for a full assortment of Tier 1. Roaches, Banelings, pretty much anything he can get for defense against early pressure with a ton of Zerglings is something that he wants to have. So these 2 Queens should be able to hold the ramp for the time being. And we look down here and see we do have a Roach Warren on the way as the Zerglings do come up and try to start making their way through. The Queens are going to be going down. Unfortunately for Check, though, he does lose a couple Zerglings. CrazyMoviN, though, solid defense right here. I like this a lot. Having so many Roaches here combined with the Queen they're going to be able to all fire. And, you know, if you wanted to, you can even just drop a roach down there and make it a complete wall. Yep, see, there we go. 3 roaches. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Check continuing on with his expansion. And the Zerglings, I mean, this is pretty much just him trying to get a good surround on the roach, which he does. Oh, man, great play by Check, trying to pick up piece this wall bit by bit. And one thing I want to point out is that even though he does have the Roach Warren, he is just continuing to drone up. And that's because he knows his opponent is in a pretty crappy spot right now, to be, well, blunt. I mean, again, ISCrazyMoviN did a great job with the wall, switching to the variety of Tier 1 units. He has a great ability to basically create a response for whatever is needed, including sending one of those fatty Zergling or queens away. Oh God, you just called me fat. Ah! You can hear. I'm sure I'm gonna be hearing it for the rest of the week from the queens. But anyways, more important issues is that, well, Checkprime is pretty much in a good spot. I mean, really, I know I just said that, but I want to emphasize how important this actually is. This right here is pretty much just going to be, well, I don't want to call it an all-in, but this is a lot of gas right here, ladies and gentlemen. All this gas could have been used for defensive roaches while Crazy got an expansion down. Going to be going right here, hopefully trying to bust up the mineral line, maybe knocking out the hatch, a few Zerglings. If he can get him up here into here, that'll be a bonus. But Crazy knows that he is in such a poor spot right now that he has to make something work out of all this, or else it's just going to be GG. And here we go, folks. The Roaches charging directly into the Roaches' line of fire. The Banelings, rather. All of the Banelings actually knock out just a few Roaches. I don't know. I mean, I kind of thought that maybe they could go for something like, I don't know, not the Roaches. Not that small quantity of roaches, mind you. It felt like they just kind of traded 3 banelings for, you know, for 1 roach, which really wasn't that good of a deal. So Check now moving forward in an even better spot than he was before. ISCrazyMoviN continuing to try to press this 1 base play because really that's all he has. That's his only option right now. He can try to drop an expansion, but at this point, Check has such an economic lead. We see 18 to 26, and he's had this for a long time. This hatchery down here, you know, he's been able to just tech up, do his own thing, and yep, see, sure enough, there's the GG. ISCrazyMoviN just could not produce enough roaches, enough units out of that 1 hatchery to face off against what Checkprime could. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and I think we're going to go on to game number 5 now, because I'll tell you what, 2-2, I'm just thrilled to see what happens. Maybe Check will grace us with a Nidus, and maybe we'll have some epic fungal, you know, infestor roach play at around, oh, I don't know, the awesome minute mark from these 2 guys. Who knows? Wait and find out.